Okay. So I made some changes here and there. Now we have turn count. I don't like the color green. Actually, let's remove the color. Yes, yes, I like that. So now in our game we have so whenever we are in the tile where we flip our tiles, we'll get like two tries, right? So basically you have two turns. So one, you can do this. So you failed to match, and so now you have one more chance. So in this way you can find something in your turn, right? And now we also get rid of attack button because we don't have anything to attack. So basically if the attack button will only appear if uh, you know you have something in your inventory to attack. So now you can drag and drop this, but you can't do anything, so you have to end your turn. And same thing goes for enemies. So there is a shield, there is a sword, I think there was gold. Now he found out that there was two swords, so I can take this one, and there was this two shield. So now I have attack item, so now I can place this, and if I want to attack I can do that. One more thing I want to do is I want to change our cursor. So in the, yeah, I want the outline ones because currently what is happening is cursor is getting blend here, somewhere where there is a Y. uh, so currently I'll just use this outline cursors, and in the text, in the resources, I have this cursor, so I'll just use this one. So this one I'm using, and I'm using this one, and I have a hand closed, which is this one, and hand point, which is this one. So I'll just drag and drop them here, and for cursor to work, uh, there will be sprite. No, there will be default. You have to open read and write. You have to disable mip maps. Also in the format, they need to be RGB at 32-bit. Alpha is transparency, and these are the settings required for them. We'll remove the yes, we will remove this one, the old one, and for them to work, it should be like same name. So I'll just do the name which were there, and I think now they'll work. Yeah, so now they have outlined, so it is a little bit differentiated. So I got the shield and sword, the, the sword here. So now you have like two more chances, so which can lead to faster gameplay rather than earlier it was little bit slow. So yeah, so we done that as a change, and also there was no point earlier of this environmental, right? So now environmental basically gives you, if you match environmental, you don't lose your turn. So let me just use my cheat, so I can do toggle tiles, and now it will toggle them. So if I match this to environment tile, like I keep my turn, right? I don't so yeah, so that is advantage of it. Like you can, if you accidentally find them, there will be a little bit of you know, currently they don't serve anything right now, unless and until like they don't lose the turn, but they don't even provide anything else. So that is also the point which I think we are trying to figure out how to make it, you know, kind of meaningful. Like you should be able to get some benefit out of it. Okay, so now today I'm gonna work. So I'll be just going to change cursor icons. Okay. Uh, Today we are going to build lot of things. First of all, what I want to do is so currently you don't have any information regarding tiles and all those stuff, right? Like let's say I have this tile, like I don't know what shield is, right? I don't have any information about the shield. So how can we do that? So that is one more thing that we'll be adding tooltips, so you can understand what the particular item does, or you know, something like that. So first of all, we'll be needing canvas. So what we're gonna do is we have this turn HUD, which is useful for showing information about a turn manager, or you know, kind of like everything which is related to gameplay. We'll create a new canvas, right, altogether. So we'll go UI canvas, and I'll just put it somewhere here, and I'll rename this to tooltip. I'll rename it to tooltip system, and we'll make it scale with screen size. Our screen size is like our base resolution is 1920 1080. Our sort order would be very high, like we'll do, we can do 10, don't have to go that high, because a tooltip should be always on top of something. And so now we'll create a tooltip object. So we'll basically create an image, right? And I also need some cool UI packages. So uh, I think, yeah, let's not do that, because we are not sure about how, what kind of theme we are going for right now. We are just prototyping this so we can get something working. So let's just keep it a blank image. We'll name this tooltip. And inside of this, we'll be creating two text. So one would be our header, and one would be our content. So this is a very simple tooltip. Uh, so this won't be providing information about uh, like actual items and stuff, but it will provide a little bit of information about, you know, what are the elements and what are some buttons do, or something like that, right? Actually, and then we can make a tooltip which can show you like element data, like some, like, let's say there is an item, and so what that item does, what you can do with it, and all those kind of stuff also you can do. So right now we'll just do that. So there will be header, so I can just write header here, and this would be like black color, and for content we'll write content, this will be also black, and this tooltip will have a vertical layout tool, so they will be like nice vertically aligned. Also it will have content size filter, which will fit with like preferred size, right? And in the tooltip we'll be selecting control child size rather than doing that. So this would be our header. We can add padding to our tooltip. Let's add a padding of 10, 10, 10, 10, and then spacing of 10. And I guess I like this. So header would be bold. Let's put, I think tooltip is quite big right now in terms of text size, so let's adjust that. So let's do header 18 and this 12, this little bit smaller. Let's do 18 here, and this will become 22. We're going to similar like this, and let's get, let's do padding 555 and spacing 0, like we don't need spacing. Yes, this is fine. So we have this much working. So in the scripts we'll be making a folder called tooltip system, right? This would be tooltip HUD. In tooltip system we would be making a script called tooltip, right? And we'll drag and drop on tooltip. We'll clear this whole thing. We'll change our namespace. So namespace become tooltip system. Yeah. And for tooltip to be working, currently if we have like long content, like this just keeps going on, and we do need this, right? So let's set a layout element, and so we can here say preferred with 500. So now it will wrap back. Let's just do 400. So now when we have a when we don't have that big of a content, then also it creates a problem. So we will be like toggling this depending on how much character limit we have. So we'll do that. We'll do everything that via our script. So let's go into script and let's take a reference for, so we need text mesh pro for header label and same for content label. We'll also be taking a layout element. Right. So for testing in the editor, we can just add execute in edit mode, and then on update, if yeah, so I'll just check if it's editor. Let's do public string header content. So header label dot text would be header, content label dot text would be content, and now we can check int header length. So this would become header label dot size. Prefer, yeah, and it's a float, it's okay. And content length would be also there. We can also put a public integer max character, and we can check here if header length, if it's greater than max character, or content length if it's greater than max character. We'll also need a layout element. So let's do private layout element. Yeah. And then we can use layout element dot enabled with ternary operator. So if this is true, that means it would be true, else it would be false. And now we can check this. So now I can write here. So let's give max character 60. So I can write header. So let's, yeah, so our function has some form of problem. So we can do that. So we'll drag and drop layout element and we'll drop in our header content. This is happening. Debug.log header length content length. Oh, so this is like just length. So we can here we can just do max size. Let's put max size as a 300. So now I can write content, and if it goes above 300, there's something wrong. Oh, I did prefer high. I'm so confused. Yeah, so now the layout is activated. Like if it goes above 300, it becomes activated, and this would will keep it as 400. So as it goes above 400, it becomes active. So I think I like this one. Okay. So this is done. Now we need a way to show this tooltip and also not show it. So that will do via tooltip manager. And also we don't want our tooltip to block any input events. So we'll remove this graphic recaster. We'll create one more class. This will be called tooltip manager. This would inherit from mono behavior and will move to its own file. Right. So now we have tooltip manager, and this would be kind of tooltip manager dot instance. On the awake we would set this as singleton like this, so anybody can call this function. And also this will take in serialized field private tooltip, and then we have function like this, which will take in string for header, no, string for content, which will be essential, and then string for header, which can be optional. And then we'll have public static void hide tooltip. So tooltip will have also function void show. So this will also take in string content and string header, and here we'll check if our header, if string is null or empty. So if our header is null or empty, then we'll disable a header label. So we'll disable this, else, and else if it's not null, then we'll do header label dot text is equal to header, and also content table dot text is equal to content, and then whatever we did here, we'll copy and paste it here, because yes, we'll be checking this thing. We don't need this, and we don't even need execute inheritly. So this will be show, yeah. You know what? This is fine. We can just copy this whole thing, and we can just paste it here. And here we can do tooltip.header label. Yeah, we have to do this instance.tooltip. Actually, I don't like this. Yeah, let's just do this. We'll remove this, and we'll keep this. Now here we'll do our instance.tooltip.show, and we'll just pass this, and then here we can do instance.tooltip.nameObject set it to false. So now we have a way to show this thing. So I'll just and then drag and drop this tooltip here, and now we can call this. We'll disable the tooltip from the get-go, and we can call this tooltip manager from different places. And for that, we can make a tooltip script. Actually, I don't want. So let's go. So let's go to tooltip and we'll make one more mono behavior, which would be tooltip. What we can name this? Show tooltip. We'll do show tooltip, or let's just name this show tooltip for right now, because I'm not getting any better names. But so we'll have show tooltip, and what this will do, so this will take private string called header, private string for content, and this would be text area. And now we can do on, so we can implement I pointer or I pointer enter and I pointer exit. So we can implement these both interfaces, and on pointer enter we can show, we can just do tooltip manager dot show tooltip. You can pass in this content and header string. Here we can just do hide. Same thing we can do on mouse enter and on mouse exit. So we'll just copy this here. And this will work the same way, right? So now we can just put this script wherever we want to show the tooltip. So let's say in the scene I want this card area, right? Whenever you hover over that, I want that to have a tooltip. So I can just do show tooltip, right? So now I edit this tooltip and let's do apply to all cards, right? So in the prefab I can just go and say this is active card area, and this will be, so this is where you put your items to activate them, put your item to be part of combat. Let's just do that, right? And now, so if I play, I think if everything is set up properly, it should show the tooltip. So we have an error for some reason. Oh, did I not drag and drop this? Now when we run the game, and if I go onto this, doesn't do anything. Hmm. I'm not sure why. So let me check if this is actually working. Mouse enter should work because it has collider. Yeah, so that is working. Oh, so there was a reason why it is not working, because in the show function we have to do set active true. I am dumb as I can be. Okay, so now whenever you hover over this, right, it will give us a tooltip, and I want to stop this debug.log. Yeah, so let's create that in the tooltip, show tooltip. We'll save this, and now let's add one more tooltip to somewhere else. Where can we add? So yeah, I don't think is there anywhere we can add right now. We can add, we have to have some form of good information that also we are providing. So currently this is very simple tooltip, right? We have items here which has to give a lot of information, like what kind of damage it does and what type it is, and lava lava lava, like lot of things. And as games get complicated, it will have more and more information which you need to show. So we can have a little bit more complicated tooltip here. Uh, Also, when you hover over here, the same tooltip will also get shown there. Uh, Tile will also have some form of tooltip, right? Because we have idea for tiles also. Like each time you use a tile, it becomes the next time it spawns, it has, it becomes like it increases its level. So tile will also have its own level, and the more the level tile has, the more rare item it will give, right? So currently we have only four items which tile can give, but once we add more items, like that is also a cool idea which we'll be doing. So yeah, so right now our tooltip does not follow mouse, so that is the problem. So when I do this, it should appear on the mouse, right, rather than that. So let's uh, handle that. So whenever we are showing a tooltip, uh, what I need here is also a mouse position. So let's take a pose is equal to input dot mouse position. So I can get my mouse position in the screen coordinate. So this will be in the screen coordinate. What I want is, I want my mouse position. I think I can directly just set it, because I am using, yes, I am using canvas overlay. Yeah, I'm using canvas overlay, so my screen width and height is equal to my canvas width and height. So yeah, so I can just set this position uh, in my rect transform. So for that, I'll be needing private rect transform, rect transform, and in awake function I'll be also doing this. So I'll be getting my layout element and also my rect transform element of my tooltip, and then here rect transform dot anchor position. I guess if that is the one. I'm not sure if it works. I think because my anchor position is at center, that won't work. I'll just to I just have to use position because my anchor is set in the center, so the corner won't be 0 0 in the mouse position. So now it will follow mouse, I assume. Okay, so it gives us error. uh, Object reference not set to an instance null reference. So tooltip. Okay, yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, so now it kind of works. It does work, kind of. So we are able to see this on top of the stuff, but what I want here is that I want this tooltip. I want this tooltip to start from like top corner. Like currently it shows in center. uh, yeah, so it is in the center. What I want to do is I want to start from the top, so I can just do this. I can set my pivot. Let's say if I go to 2D in the tooltip, so currently my pivot is here, so I can just set that on the, oh no, not that way. So I can set this 0 and 1, so it will be in the top left corner, and now I can, so now it will show like this good. But there will be problem. Let's say our turn, this, we have a button for select tile, and let's add show tooltip here. I want to show what kind of problem will turn. So we won't have any header here, uh, but we'll have content for it, which will be like indicates how many turn you can take, how many times you can flip a tile or flip a pair of tile. So this is what I want. So I added this onto my button. So now if I, go here, as you can see, it kind of disappear from the screen, right? how we can fix this? So what we can do is we can shift our pivot. So currently our pivot is rigid, right? So our pivot is set to like top left corner. But what we can do is we can, according to where our mouse is, like if our mouse is in the bottom right corner, we can also set a tooltip to be in the bottom right corner, like a tooltip pivot, so it will never go out of the script. So for that, what we can do here is we basically have to find float, no float, like I can just do it in the vector. So this would become a pivot, and in the, so this will be new vector 2, and this will have position x divided by screen dot width and position y divided by screen dot height, and we'll have rect transform the pivot is equal to pivot, and now it will solve our problem. So now as here you can see, and here when we go like here, it doesn't go out of the screen, it goes inside of the screen, like it offset itself. We'll need to increase our like font size. Let's do 24 and 28 for our header. Yeah, so yes, this is good. So indicates how many times you can flip a pair of tiles. So this is good information, right? Player can hover over and they can get information. One more thing we can do is it shows information very fast, right? We don't want to do that. Like we want to wait, we want to delay our tooltip, right? So we'll be creating a coroutine delay coroutine. So we'll be creating a private I enumerator delay. We'll name this tooltip delay, and here we'll do yield return wait for seconds. This would be a delay. This would be new wait for seconds. So we'll wait for like 1 second. Delay, and then we'll call this show tooltip here, and here we'll do start coroutine tooltip delay, and we'll save it to a delay coroutine variable. Why we are doing this is because if a pointer exit in between 1 second, we want to stop a coroutine which is delay coroutine, and the same thing we'll do here like this. One more thing we can do here is we can define private float delay, and then delay amount, and then on start we can construct this based on delay amount. So now in our tooltips, so the card area is tooltip. You can also give a delay of 1 second. I don't want to put it here. Like I really don't want that. Like I'll just put this 1 second here. Cause I don't want people to accidentally set, different delay amount. Cause the like user will get, kind of like friendly with the timing of tooltip, and if we change a tooltip timing for each and everything, it can create a bit of a user experience problem, you know. So yes. So now if I run, so now it won't show directly, right? See, if I go and if I go, yeah. So if I be there for like 1 second, and if I go out, it will just stop the coroutine. Like I have to be there for 1 second to understand what that is. And yes, so our tooltip system is done. Now we can do a lot of things with this, but currently we'll just keep it up to this. So implemented basic tooltip system.